All right, so we have been given the task here for P3-4 to go ahead and draw a full-scale isometric pictorial and a cabinet oblique pictorial here as well. So we're going to do both of these. I'm going to start with the isometric drawing. So as we begin with this, we're going to create a sketch, and I'm going to sketch on the front plane. I'm going to be basically looking at the information in the actual view that I'm seeing. So, and we see in the front view, we just see that L shape. So I'm going to start out, and again, I'm not worrying too much at all right now about size or dimension. I'm just creating the L shape that I see. All right, now that I have the L shape, we can come back and now we can kind of apply some dimensions. So we know that overall this is a 3.25 dimension. So, and we've got this part up here that is a half an inch. So we're going to go ahead and put 0.5 to dimension that. Now I'm looking at my overall in my height. So that took care of some of my width dimensions. Now here in my height, as I have to kind of look to the other views. And when I look to the side view, I can see that the height here is 1.5 inches. So I'll adjust that. And I also know from looking in my front view that this is also 0.5 inches there. So there is my L shape in my front view. I'm going to go ahead and finish this sketch. We will extrude that sketch back. So this is going to be a new body here. And as we look in the top view, we see that the actual extrusion here should be 1.5. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that. That gives me my extrusion. Now, I also notice a couple of other things. So we're going to go ahead and create what is referred to as a chamfer on this. So let me take a look and we'll practice here now using the chamfer tool. So here is my chamfer tool and it wants me to select an edge. So there is the edge. Now I can specify the actual distance values of this edge. So let's see here if we take a look at this. It's 0.75 going the one way and a 0.5 the other. And you can, if you take a look at the side view and the drawing, you'll see where I'm getting that. So let's play around and see if this does what we want. So we want 0.75 in that dimension. Now, notice this is saying equal distance. And that is the type here. So let's see if we've got some others. We got two distance, we got distance and an angle. Well, in this case, I'm going to want two distances. So we're going to say 0.75 in the one and 0.5 in the other. Now, as we look at that, so notice we kind of did that the wrong way. So let's make sure in this case I got to go 0.5 this direction and 0.75 in the second one to actually get it to do the shape the way I want. So that takes care of that. And I'm going to use, so we now have cut this corner out. And we also know that there is a corner taken out and removed from this point over here too. Now, again, we could go ahead and draw a sketch on this surface and take that out with the triangle, or I can just go ahead and use the chamfer tool again. So let's go ahead. I'm going to click on this edge right here. And once again, this is also going to be two distance. So let me kind of bring this around so that I can make sure that it's going the way I want. And in this case, we're going to have this dimension is going to be 0.25. So I'm taking the overall distance of 3.25 shown in the front view and subtracting the 3 inches in the top view. So that's going to leave me 0.25 in the one direction. And in the other direction, I'm taking a look and I'm saying, okay, well, we're 1.5 inches overall on the depth. That's in the top view. And that chamfer comes down to the 1-inch dimension. So this should be a 0.5 here. So now let's take a look. And that is indeed exactly the way I want. So let's go ahead and click OK on that. So this is where we're getting that isometric view, and you can actually start to see our isometric home view is exactly what we want. So last thing I see in the top view, so I'm going to come back around here to the top view, and in the top view I see like a rectangle. Now I've got to make a decision here based on the other two views. So at this point, just looking at the top view, I'm not 100% sure. Is that just a rectangle? Is that a pocket? What's going on? Does that kind of come up? Well, if we take a look at the line types, so if we go down into the front view, we see the 3 hidden vertical lines. And the 2 hidden lines that are on the left-hand side are basically lining up with that square or that rectangular feature in the top view. So that lets me know that this is indeed got a hole feature. So let's go ahead and we're going to create this sketch on this view. So, and we'll just go ahead and use the tool here to draw a rectangle. Now, I can take a look. Again, I'm going to have to do some of the math because in the top view, I see my horizontal dimension here is 2.5 over by 0.75. Now, I can go ahead and dimension the actual size of this rectangle if I want, or I can use dimensioning constraints to place that both in size and location on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter for right now. We'll click this and place that rectangle. I haven't given it any size constraints right now because I'm going to use the dimensioning tools and actually put what's on the print. So we'll see if I go dimension from this line over to the origin. According to our print, that's 0.75 inches. And then it has also given me a distance from this line over to that origin, and that is 2.5 inches. So I've just kind of placed that rectangle on the top of the surface with my horizontal dimensions. Now I got to give it my vertical dimensions as well, and I can say, okay, well, from here to there, as we look at that, we see that that is 0.25 inches over from the edge, and then from here down to that edge, we're given a dimension of 1.25 on that. So now I've got that position where I want, and it's also given me the right inside dimensions as well. So let's finish this sketch off. In this case, I'm ready to extrude this, and in this is going to be a cut. So I'm going to basically cut, and instead of having a distance, I'm going to just say I'm going to cut all. So go ahead and click OK, and there is the actual finished isometric. Let's make sure we go up here, and we're going to go File, Save. So we're going to save this. Again, we're going to kind of create a new unit here. So we're going to go with a new project. This is going to be Chapter 3 Problems. So I'm going to save that as Chapter 3 Problems. We're going to title this P3-4 hyphen your first initial followed by your last name. Make sure that we get that put into the actual Chapter 3 problems here when we do this, and now we'll be able to go ahead and save that. So there is my isometric. So I'm going to stop this video, get this uploaded. and I'll come back and then we will do the cabinet oblique as well.